want to welcome you back to Boxing Jabs. Tonight we're going to talk about Canelo Alvarez could face Dmitry Bivol or Artur Beterbiev after the Caleb fight has failed. We're going to read this article by Matchroom and Eddie Hearn. It came out earlier tonight. The Matchroom head is looking to make a fight for the three-belt super middleweight champion. Eddie Hearn believes that Dmitry Bivol or Artur Beterbiev are in contention to fight Saul Canelo Alvarez. The Mexican super middleweight champion could move from 168 to 175 to pursue another fight with a belt. He had already been up to the next weight division for a fight against Sergey Kovalev in November 19, scoring an 11th round knockout. Speaking to DAZN's boxing show, Hearn explains there has been some good discussions with Bivol over the last few weeks. That's a good fight, 175. You know, there's other options. He's constantly for other champions. You are at 175, Joe Smith. You got Beterbiev, but I think Bivol would be the front runner. You know, he was certainly a guy that I put forward again. Hearn joked that Canelo might even move up to 180 for a fight at cruiserweight in order to face 48-year-old former champion Oscar De La Hoya, having suggested he could be a potential opponent. I was just spend one day in the world, the planet of Oscar De La Hoya. I'll be in a fun place. So basically right now, Eddie Hearn has put forward that Canelo Alvarez is looking to fight Dmitry Bivol. I think that would be an excellent fight. Matter of fact, that fight will be better than Caleb Plant, because Bivol is in his prime. He's a young superstar fighter. You know, most people was looking for Bivol to possibly fight Beterbiev in a unification bout or Joe Smith. But if Canelo was to take that fight, that would be a much tougher fight than Caleb Plant. Bivol is an excellent fighter. He's probably in the top 15 pound-for-pound fighters. He's an excellent fighter. He has an excellent pedigree when it comes to amateur boxing. So that would be a huge fight for Canelo, and I think it would be a dangerous fight. I would give it 60-40 Canelo just because he's considered pound-for-pound the best fighter in the world. But Bivol at 175, his natural weight, would be a hell of a fight for Canelo Alvarez. And if he was to go to a Beterbiev, who was just an animal, you know, that would possibly be a war. Just a flat-out war. Because Beterbiev is coming forward. He will beat you into the ground. So this fight with Bivol would be worth the money. You know, I don't know if Canelo could get the same deal that he got with Caleb Plant, where he was possibly going to make over $50 million. He was going to make a flat rate of 40, but with the Mexican rights, the advertisement with Hennessy and other sponsors, Canelo was going to make a boatload of money. So I don't know why they couldn't come to a deal, and I expect Canelo possibly will sit back, evaluate, and give Caleb Plant some of the things that he needs just to get that last belt, just to have, you know, a unification of the super middleweight division. So I think they're still going to be in talks. But if that doesn't happen, that Bivol fight is going to be a hell of a fight. A lot of people are going to be excited about that fight. A lot of people was giving maybe Caleb Plant a 10% chance of winning. But when you put Bivol in that ring, Bivol's going to have a 40% chance of winning, because people have a hell of a lot of respect for this guy. To a lot of people, he's an upcoming light heavyweight with the possibility of being the unification champion in that division. So this would be a huge jump. It would be a challenge for Canelo. It will be something that we haven't seen in a long time. Him going outside of his realm and taking that tough fight where he might not win. You know, everybody knows the fighters he fought for that super middleweight championship. They were dead dogs from the get-go. But when you talk about Bivol, You talking about a fighter who's undefeated, a confident fighter who believes if he gets in the ring with Canelo Alvarez, he's going to win that fight. And half of the time, when you fight a Canelo Alvarez, most of the fighters are beaten before they even go into the ring. Dmitry Bivol will not be that type of fighter. Dmitry Bivol will go in there and try and dominate him. And I believe Kovalev fought a tough fight. I think if Bivol's in that ring, that's going to be a war for 12 rounds. I want to thank you for listening to Boxing Jabs. I hope you subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, but also share this video.